Welcome to my H11-4 One 6-star guide. This guide is trying to be less of a direct use these exact units guide, and so the squad will have units that have a large number of alternatives available for them. Also, I'm intentionally using suboptimal skills on a lot of these units. I was also drunk on stream while doing this clear and rambling about how great Halo's cats are. Why did I do this? Because I got mad at a Reddit post complaining about how hard this stage is and how you can't just Surtur Hospital it, and I felt the need to make a point that over-reliance on just DPS it harder is not a good way to clear stages. First, let's talk about the squad. You'll need a good sniper. Not for much, but they are important. I'm using Cruce in this role, but there are a lot of alternatives available. Exercise, Greythroat, Bloop Skill 2, basically any marksman that can vomit out range damage. They are needed for the triple Devourer wave. Devourers have 0 defense before they eat, so even marksman snipers can shred them during this time. 1 healing defender, anyone not hung will do. Next up, you'll need 2 vanguards. Everyone has a Myrtle. The second doesn't really matter much. I'm using an S2 M3 Scav, but you really just need someone on the ground with halfway decent DP gen. You'll need 2 casters. One needs to be fairly strong, and I am using an S2 M3 Click for this. The second can be anyone. I'm using a skill level 7 skill 1 haze for my second caster. Basically, the only requirement is that they won't hit the Steam Knight, so no Golden Glow S3 here. 3 medics. Yes. 3 medics. You need medics. I know Game Press says medics are Z- tier, but Game Press worships DPS and thinks winning the game is for losers. I have chosen to weaken my medics by removing their modules and switching Susurro and Perfumer to skill 1. Any sufficiently leveled medic will work, though I'm fairly certain at least one needs to be single target, at least one needs to be an AoE medic. And if you don't have any A2 medics, then what the hell are you doing? Build your goddamn medics, stop dying to survivability checks, build your medics, you're already on H11-4, seriously, just build them already, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm also using Lapland Skill 1 at skill level 7 as a Thongs at Home. There are a lot of units that work in this slot, you just need 2 block and good DPS. Next up is Mia. I'm not entirely sure how many substitutes there are for her, but if you're playing H11-4, I hope you've at least cleared Chapter 8. I tested with lower level Mia, and she is able to work here as low as E2 level 50 at skill level 7, though the lower the level, the more babysitting you're going to have to do. It seems to become comfortable around level 60. She's using skill 1 because this is a deceptively high DPS that she can reach using this skill, though anyone who has enough DPS without reaching the boss should be fine on this tile. You could even use a skill 2 Surtur here. Yeah, skill 2, not skill 3. Skill level 7 will be fine. Mia does have the advantage of her talent buffing all of your units' attack and defense though, so she can help your healers keep up if you have low level healers, and she can help your right side keep up as well if you have a lower level over there as well. And finally, it's the star of the show, Nian. That's right, just a plain old defender. You'll need at least mod 3 level 60, skill level 7 should be more than enough. To start off, we will deploy Myrtle on the right so she can temporarily block an enemy, and Scav in the path of the first Devourer so it'll eat her. Mia will start hunting dogs, and Perfumer will remove the bleed stacks the dogs apply. We need an AoE healer on the left due to the fact that this is actually the higher pressure lane despite the fact that the boss does not go on it. Gummy will contribute to healing and provide additional block. Thongs at Home will join the battle so Myrtle can generate that sweet, sweet DP. Click will join on the left side to begin charging her skill to teach this Devourers a lesson. When Devourers are fed, Arts damage is preferred for them, and this first one is most definitely getting fed. The star of the show, Nian, joins us to ensure that the boss never gets to distract our ops from attacking everything else. We are holding him in this position due to the favorable pathing, and we are holding him on his first pass so that he maintains a lower targeting priority than all the other enemies. It doesn't end up mattering much for me here, but if you are subbing an ops that can hit him, he needs to be blocked at this point to ensure your ops target everything other than the boss. That's right, you want to deal with the boss last. We deploy our second healer on the right to keep Thongs at home and Nian healed. If you are only using 2 healers, use the tile to the right of the one I placed Sus on. The Devourer has a Scav sandwich, so we can angrate him and spam skills on him. Now, depending on how good your healers are, you may also need to use your healer's skills and Nian's skills at some point during this stall, but with good enough healing, this actually requires no skill usage at all. You could even let Nian AFK and kill the Steam Knight over like 30 minutes or some shit. Next, skill level 7 Haze will be activated on the funny car. The funny cars are our first real threat here, and the reason Thongs is pretty cool on the right is that with enough arts damage, it'll fold pretty fast. Only one funny car goes to the right here. There's enough arts damage on the left that the 2 going that way are not much of a concern at this point. Also, get that 99 DP Myrtle activation in. Critical for this clear. Just trust me on this, bro. I deploy Gravel here to buy time for Lapland and Haze to kill the funny car, but this may or may not be required in your own clears. When the funny cars get close to the left, activate a Mia and your caster name here. You'll need to make sure the next Devourer gets his meal before going down the first staircase. He'll get a scav sandwich right on time. After he's had his meal, we'll deploy our third healer. This may or may not be completely unnecessary if you have strong enough healers, but my drunk ass sure needed it. Another wave of funny cars will spawn, and we'll do exactly the same as we did last time, just we'll use gravel on the left instead of the right, since the left is the side that'll need a couple extra seconds this time around, as allowing 2 funny cars to reach Gummy guarantees death due to their massively increased damage to units blocking them. Once you reach the stall, it's just redeploying units to take out all of the trees. Do not, under any circumstances, attack the boss until after all the funny tree men are dead. The tree men get stronger the more enemies are dead, so fighting at the end of the stage is extremely hard, and you've got an extremely long time before Nian kills the Steam Knight, so just do whatever you think is going to be the coolest way to kill these guys. After you've finished engaging in casual deforestation, it's still not time to deal with the boss. No. Instead, it's time to prepare dinner. Might I suggest borscht? It's very popular in Eastern Europe. To prepare this, you'll need sunflower oil, unrefined, for frying and roasting, 1 carrot, peeled and grated, 6 beetroots, 2 red peppers, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 liters of water, 1 tablespoon of black peppercorns, 3 souls of the recently departed, 4 garlic cloves peeled, 2 garlic cloves grated, and 500 grams of sauerkraut, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 4 tablespoons of sour cream, and some of that delicious salt. Heat up a tablespoon of sunflower oil in a large pan and fry the onions and carrots for about 8 minutes. After you finish your delicious meal, we begin prep for phase 2 of the boss. We'll throw down Cruz and Click, covering the spawns. I'd like to reiterate that the Devourers have 0 defense before they eat, so Cruz will deal significant damage to them. Click will be helping too. If you need to deploy a me on the left again like I did, make sure to do so to avoid throwing more than I do. Pull your weaker caster down on the Steam Knight to finally deal with his phase 1. Once you finish off the Steam Knight, recall your caster. That's right, he's getting saved for last again. We'll be activating Click and Cruz to deal with the Devourers. If you can manage to distract the boss rockets away to the top left or right corner of the map, that is nice, but not at all required. If needed, you can feed the last Devourer another scav sandwich, but wait until the last second to do so. After the Devourers are dead, Cruz can go take a nap. Depending on your healing output, you might need a third healer on Nian again, or you might be able to just deploy your weaker caster on the top right to help deal with the last funny car. At this point, you'd have to try really hard to throw. If Thong's at home can reach, you can even throw him on the boss. And just like that, H11-4 is cleared. It's easy level. Just don't surter it. Don't surter it. Less is more. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to catch me molding live, you can check me out at twitch.tv/Reltats.